Previously on Filters Reality.
Contained and stuff?
No.
We should go on a hike.
So you have eaten those?
Want to go on a hike?
You've eaten those before?
Yeah, oh yeah.
So you can be hung?
Not quite like chicken.
I'll pass on that. I'm so
Let
serious.
them just kind of go. You don't touch them.
Like 2 people from Chicago have been hung in Mississippi.
You don't go on a hike? Just a small, just to see.
Then some ate those up.
Is that the rooster?
You want to see him?
These was had they had them bunch of them whenever they had. Yeah. If you look enough of them. But most times.
Nobody told me I was built like a Coke bottle. Look at that. Like it's just, it's good. It's really good.
Whoa. You in these crazy turns. I forgot you drive crazy. It's sat right in Tyler's car. Really?
You gotta hope it don't drop out the window.
I mean, I was like angry about it. Because I was,
You're
again,
cool now?
I mean, I guess it's just when you expect something of someone
Right.
and then they like can't give you anything
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
at all.
Yeah, that's pretty
And for me to like, I wasn't asking him to, you know, don't give me money or whatever or do any of that. I didn't ask for a lot. I really didn't.
Yeah.
I said, hey, we hang out all the time, right? We are naturally funny. We have a hot tub. We have dogs. We do a lot of things. And all we have to do is set up a camera. It's really not that hard. And like I said, I talked to him 3 months before school ended because I was like, I'm going to tell my parents I want to stay home and I want to do this because it's more in alignment with what I'm interested in. But again, I can't just come home and not do anything. So are you sure you want to commit to this? I asked him multiple times. Every single time we got on the phone at school, I'd be like, hey, you know, I know you're doing stuff and whatever, but are you down to do this? Because we had this idea 4 years ago.
I mean, I quickly realized at school that I wasn't really interested in anything I was learning at the time. I mean, I'm almost done with my major, but at the same time, it's like I have zero interest in it. So I'm a little worried about, you know, what I'm going to do in the future as far as jobs and making money. So I thought, hey, this summer, maybe I could do this or restart this project I thought about 4 years ago. And me and my best friend can do it because we spend a lot of time together. He was going to be home for the summer as well. And I thought it was the perfect idea.
But after I realized, hey, you don't want to do it. Like after that, I was like mad because again, he goes to the city every day and he does all this like production.
What is he doing? He do it for people?
He's doing like DJing, fashion, filming, managing, concert, singing, acting, songwriting, dancing, stripping, everything. You know,
Stripping?
Not stripping. But I'm just
But
saying he's doing everything in the world.
Is he really doing it? Is he just doing something?
I mean, he's doing a bunch of stuff. But again, he's been doing
Is he
for
making
2 years.
Any money? He making any money?
No.
And I know how he is. I mean, I've been friends with him for 10 plus years. So, of course, before I decided to come home this summer, I asked him about 2-3 months in advance, 4 months in advance, and I'm like, hey, I have this idea. I really don't want to do an internship through my school. I'd rather just do something creative and see where it goes. Are you down to do this? I'll buy all the equipment. I'll do everything. Just like, are you down for this idea? Because obviously you can't have a show with one person or it'd be focused only on one person the whole time. And he agreed. And I made sure to ask him multiple times before I bought stuff and spent all my money on all this stuff to make sure that he was down. And he, every single time, he told me, hey, this is a good idea. I'm down to do it. I'm so excited for you to come home. And so, of course, I bought all the stuff and I was excited because he agreed to do it.
But like he's doing all this stuff and he's going to the city every day and wasting all his gas and filming free promo videos for his friends in the band and promoting all their stuff. And I get that's a part of like what he wants to do. But if you can do all that for free for people that you kind of just met, and then you're like your 15-year friend asks you to sit down and just hang out, and then maybe there's possibly a camera there. That's what you call it a no-no.
So, but he gets away with doing it because you're still his friend, no matter what it looks like. So, what about that? About the fact that he has no repercussions. There's nothing that makes him want to do anything for you because he ain't got to do anything for you. He's still gonna be there.
I mean,
So what does that mean?
I told him that.
Told him what?
That you do
going
nothing.
somewhere? Right, but you still there.
Well,
So
yeah.
it's just like you just allowed to talk and no.
Well,
action.
it's like now I know that boundary. Like that's separate. You know, I'm not gonna beg anyone to help me out ever.
Allowing me to spend $200+ on equipment. I don't have a job. Allowing me to come home without a job of any sort because I trusted that you would come through after you said you would. And then every single time I attempt to work on it, you're dismissive of it. You don't want to do it. You don't have the energy, but that energy you had for your friends in the city or all these other people you just met, it's there. But the one that's always been there for you, there's nothing that you can give me, no sort of help.
But I'm still here for 3 more months. I'm gonna figure out how to do it. I mean, I've never been the one to like back down and stuff, even if it doesn't work out the way I wanted to. So I'm gonna keep fighting and try different stuff. Whatever it takes.
Okay.
Like I said, he's done so many projects and creative endeavors of his own, and through all of them, regardless of whether I have interest in them, regardless of whether I personally like them, I've always been there. I've been the one helping set up stages and clothing racks and moving stuff and doing all these different things to help his dreams come true or him do things he's passionate about. And I just expected him to do it once back for me, and he couldn't even do that. I don't know.
Don't touch me. Don't touch me. Stop.
Let's film that.
They don't think you're touching on me. Turn right at the stop sign.
Right here.
Yeah.
It's taking
It's
me
nice out here.
Yeah. You don't remember your grandpa used to live out here?
Ooh. Lampley?
Yeah. Down this road.
Did he?
Yeah, down this road.
How long ago was that?
He was living here.
How long ago was that?
Years, 20. Rebecca right here. He just going back in tomorrow. Yeah, many, many years ago.
How old was I? Turn right at the light.
Small. He was young.
Well, I don't remember stuff.
You don't remember all the stuff that happened to you. Why, I wonder.
Trauma.
What trauma did you go through?
I don't know. Maybe. That's what they say.
But you didn't go through any trauma.
Who knows? Who knows?
Somebody touch you?
I don't think so.
So what you talking about? Make a left?
Yeah. And go around the
You
hole.
don't know if somebody touched you or not.
I wouldn't know. That's how trauma works.
So later that day, I got a call from him, and he was basically trying to hang out, and I obviously wasn't in the mood because I'm frustrated. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do now that he's kind of falling back on me. How am I going to make something out of this when, you know, the co-star dropped out of it? And, you know, we talked, and obviously he could tell I was upset. Whatever. I just wasn't in the mood. We called it quits, and then I was like, in my head, I'm like, well, again, I have such little footage. I have such little progress in this whole project. I text him, and I'm like, hey, can we set up a camera and we talk about what's going on? I want to talk about, you know, my feelings about the dropping out and the falling out. And it was going to be a cute little, you know, moment where we just hash it out and we talk about it. You know, a little bit of excitement for the project. A little bit of drama, a little bit of arguing. Super fun, lighthearted. It wasn't going to be a super serious thing. And I'm like, hey, the least you can do after telling me to come home, letting me buy all this stuff, and having to beg my parents to let me come home, the least you can do is just, let's sit down, let's hang out, let's film, let's just talk it out. And he's like, no, I don't want to do that. I think it's very weird that the second I have something I can call my own, again, I've never done any sort of creative projects and endeavors. I've never tried to do anything on my own. I've always been kind of just in the background doing my own thing. and letting other people do and pursue things. I was never the one pursuing things. And so the second I do try to pursue something and I ask for a little bit of support, again, after you agree to do it, it's not like I forced you to do anything or begged you, and you want no part of it, I think that's weird. After 10 plus years of friendship and all the things I endured and all the times I stopped what I was doing to help you, and you can't give me that same energy back, that's weird. So a couple of friends and I went out together, we went bowling.
Let's bowl.
Let's bowl.
Let's bowl.
Let's get serious.
Hey, let's get it. Like, let's get it. I'm so serious.
Where can we get cake from?
Portillo's. No, where can we get cake? We can get cake from
I want like a sheet cake, Jules.
a sheet cake.
Like,
A sheet
wanna get
cake is great.
like a small sheet cake. Is that crazy?
A sheet cake is crazy.
Is that crazy?
That's crazy.
But it
A
sounds
sheet
good.
cake.
Like a buttercream.
A sheet cake.
Not a big one, just like a.
A sheet cake. A sheet cake.
No.
A sheet cake.
You don't want a sheet cake?
A sheet cake. For real.
I can't believe you don't want a sheet cake.
I do want a sheet cake. That's the thing.
You are hilarious. like we sports.
It's heavy as
I got a strike. I got a strike. Can we like get a? I got a strike. I got a strike.
Oh my gosh, did you?
Yes!
I got the opposite.
That same day, I did go to the liquor store and I did buy a bottle for $8. I think it was tequila, dark tequila. I was super safe about it. I was the DD, so I didn't drink. I took all the precautions, so I thought. No. Okay, so what do you know?
Okay, so what do you know first off?
She calls me and she's like, "What have you been up to?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm about to go to Dairy Queen with Alex and like, you know, whatever." And she's like, "You went to the liquor store?" Oh, she's calling me. Hold on, she's calling me.
Okay.
Hold on. Hello?
Hello. I'm going to talk to you when I get home, but I'm not opposed to you and Sydney going to get the ice cream. Like,
We weren't going anywhere.
say what?
We weren't going anywhere.
I thought you said you were going.
I said we weren't going anymore.
Why not?
I doubt you would be okay with that, so I just canceled it.
You said you got what?
I canceled it because of you. We're upset.
Well, yeah, absolutely. But should I be?
Not really.
Why should I be?
It's not that deep.
Why is it not that big? Your brain is still moving.
I didn't drink.
You want people. Do you know that a misdemeanor or felony that you want private people? And I can't turn you in because if I turn you in,
What would you turn me in for?
because if I contact wherever you bought it from and they say they bought liquor, then you bought liquor, and if you say you didn't buy it for yourself.
this doesn't have to go that far though. You're mad about it. Okay, I get that. Fine. You think if I was over here being an alcoholic, I wouldn't have raided your entire basement already? You have bottles everywhere. You don't think I would have drank everything in the house if I was actually drinking for real?
My thing is, yeah, you don't want no rent, because I know what this stuff is. But you know what? My mother, whenever she's grown, and I did not pick up any habits. You know what I mean? She never had to worry about me wanting to pick up a cigarette or pick up her beer.
I'm not into cigarettes.
I respected her and myself enough that I was going to do that. So I mean, I know y'all do everything in college, but you making me worry now. You making me feel like I got to ask you for your transcript.
But how?
Because if you lie about drinking, or you're lying, if you lie, what's the difference between you making a beer?
Who's lying?
You lied.
Who?
You never told me you were buying liquor.
I don't just buy liquor. That was a one-time thing.
But why would you buy liquor for underage people?
Because
Because
I am not. I never thought it was that big of a deal.
do you think they're okay with them? You think the parents would be okay if they knew you?
They don't care.
So if they don't care, why?
Nobody's parents care. No, none of my friends' parents care. Literally, I'm so serious. They don't care.
So I can call them and say, my son bought liquor for your kid. Are you okay with that? They'll be okay with that for real.
You think that she'd be happy that I didn't drink and that I was just the designated driver and, you know, I was very safe about everything. But obviously in her mind, she just doesn't see it that way. You know, she wants to call the police. She thinks I need to go to jail. She wants to call their parents and tell all them what happened. And she's very dramatic. So I don't know how I'm going to get out of this because I'm stuck here.
How do you plan to get your degree under your belt being careless?
You realize my degree's almost done, right? Despite all these, like, you know, theories you might have in your head, my degree's almost done. So if I was an alcoholic my freshman and sophomore year, I was a really good one.
My mom is not the cool mom. Actually, I don't think a lot of black moms are the cool moms. They don't play about a lot of things. Like, they're not going to let you go to parties and sneak out and be okay with that. Or, you know, they don't play that. So immediately I'm like, deny. Because she would never understand why that was on my bank statements, why she looked through my bank statements to find out I purchased something from the liquor store. I don't know. That's her fault for looking. If you look for something hard enough, you'll find something. You know, I wasn't overspending or doing anything super weird. I wasn't getting a bunch of money from somebody or getting, you know, there was no reason to check my bank account, but she did anyway. And she found that. Not on me.
Are you depressed?
Not really.
Not really, so you are.
No. I'm pretty much fine, but you might send me into one.
Oh no, I can't send you into nothing.
You can. You can definitely be a cause of depression.
Oh please, don't even think that that's gonna work.
She knows because of my credit card. I used my debit card to buy it. Or there was a receipt. Mine. It was $8. It was $8, mind you. It was $8. Yes, unless it was a receipt, but I don't think there was a receipt because I gave it back to Sid. I don't know. I don't think she saw the receipt because she was asking me where I got it from. If she had the receipt, she would have known where that was. So it had to be my. Right, but she doesn't know where it's at. She doesn't know where it's at. She kept asking me to tell her. She's like, "You're not gonna tell me?" Right, and I'm like, She's like, so now the police have to be involved. I'm like, who has to go that far? It's not that deep.
Why is she trying to get the police involved?
Because she's like, I gotta call their parents. I gotta call them. I'm literally like,
Are you serious?
she's crazy.
No way she's trying to do all of that.
She's like, I'm gonna go up there. I'm gonna call your friend's parents. Who were you with? I didn't tell her who I was with. But I'm like, you cannot be serious. You're upset that a college student bought liquor and they didn't drink anything?
I really tell my mom, you know she in college, right? You know he in college, right?
I kept telling her that.
I literally kept telling her that.
Next
Did you
on
know
LJ's reality.
that 80% of college students, 4 out of every 5, consume alcohol to some degree?
I don't care nothing about them.
Well, I'm just saying, you're acting like this.
No. You are still developing your brain